Hello, it's Thursday the 7th of May. I'm not in the garden like I usually am, but I'm in a cemetery in Newcastle. I've just been conducting the funeral of a family friend, and it's been good to see people, even at a distance, and even though it's a sad occasion. Last night, two of our grandchildren slept on the floor in a homemade camp. They're practicing, they said, for when they can have a sleepover with their cousins once the lockdown is over. They're very excited. Yesterday, the Archbishop of Canterbury lifted the ban on anyone being in church, saying that clergy can go in on their own to pray. And that's a tiny step, but it's very exciting because it talks of a time that's coming when we will be able to gather again. It's a step in the right direction. On Sunday, we're expecting the Prime Minister to announce a partial lift on the stay-at-home directive. And many are excited and full of anticipation, wondering how far will he go. In the reading that's set for tonight, the Old Testament reading, Deuteronomy 11, verse 8 to the end, God is preparing his people for the time when they will enter the promised land. And they're very excited about that. And he's reminding his people to remember his commandments so that they'll be able to live successfully once they're in the promised land. Their minds would go back to the 10 commandments that they had received. Have no other gods but me. Don't have any idols. Don't take God's name in vain. Remember to keep holy the Sabbath. Honour your father and your mother. Don't commit murder. Don't commit adultery. Don't steal. Don't tell lies. Don't covet your neighbour's wife or your neighbour's stuff. Those commandments were summed up by Jesus when he said, love God and love your neighbour. As our lockdown is about to be eased and we are about to re-enter our land again, I hope that we can remember what we have learned during this time of lockdown. I hope we can learn about keeping ourselves and others safe. I hope we can look out for those who are vulnerable. I hope we can continue to appreciate and protect the National Health Service, as we will appreciate them this evening as we go out onto the streets and applaud. And may we always remember the enduring wisdom and learning afresh to love God and the practical reality of loving our neighbours. And then perhaps the words of Deuteronomy 11 verse 9 will be a reality for us all when it talks about us living long in the land that God has given us, a land flowing with milk and honey, because that always and continues to excite me. Bye for now.